Here we are doing a little apéro, which means we are eating chips and drinking beers. And this is a meeting, small meeting, to contest the reform of Emmanuel Macron, the project of law of Emmanuel Macron about the age of retirement. So people are just going here to contest the politic of Emmanuel Macron.
We just saw earlier, about an hour ago, there was someone with a tear gas mask in their possession and the police tried to arrest them. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true, but in the end the guy could go without any problem because it's not illegal to have that sort of mask. And so I went there to talk with a policeman, and it was good and it was calm, so it was okay in the end.
Do you think the police are using reasonable force during these protests?
No, not at all. At this very moment, yes, but in the global protest that we had during the earlier days, I think not, because this is really violent. We have a lot of violence in France. The police is really harsh with people. They are beating people. They are using gas against people. So no, it's really violent. And I send a message to people watching us abroad to support us, to help us, to say to Emmanuel Macron that this is not normal. This is not a normal situation, and that other people abroad, we need them to say it's violent, because this is helping the French people to be safe, because it's not safe anymore to protest in France.
The way that it's coming across in British media is that the protesters are the aggressors. Would you say that it was the opposite?
Yeah. We are just defending our rights, actually, because we don't want. There is not any person in France who wants to work 2 more years. No one. It's like 93% of the people working don't want to work too much years. 2 more years, sorry. So this is not normal. This is not a democracy if the will of the people is not heard, not respected. So the violent are not the people that are protesting to defend their rights. The violent are the people who are using violence against the people's rights.
I mean, the other day on Thursday, people were arrested, people were given €400 fines, but they're still out again tonight. Do you think that shows the strength of feeling that people have towards these reforms?
Yeah, partly, but yeah, they're using the money to make people stop protesting, and this is not stopping people, because really it's like either we win, either we lose. If we win, we can gain more, we can obtain more, and if we lose, this will be over, and we know that Emmanuel Macron will be harder and harder with the French people. So this is a moment when we need to stop him, and we need to stop his violence also, and we are demanding the dissolution of some part of the police, which is really violent. They're called the Bravem in France. They are really violent. They are on motos, and they come and they just beat you, and that's it. Okay, so this shouldn't exist in a democratic country. This is not normal. People have the right to protest. They have the right to not agree with the French president. This is what a democracy is about. And so we will continue until Macron stops his law.
In the UK, our parliament is actually passing a law to make it illegal to protest or to strike. I mean, what would you say to the people of the UK? Should they be concerned about that?
Yeah, of course. The first word I want to say is support, a word of support. And I want to say to the British people, protest against this law. We are in a moment in Europe when the people are rising. They are raising their head, and they are saying no to that sort of things. We have seen that in Britain, in the UK, there were a lot of protests during, I think, November or December, and this was really good for us. I mean, we were watching you, and we were looking at you and saying, wow, they're strong, So it gave us some power, some courage to fight in our own country. So I would say to the British people, sorry, I would say to you, just do the same. So now we are giving you a bit of strength. So now you have to fight against this project.
Can I ask you what you think, how these protests make Macron look on the international stage?
Sorry?
How do these protests make Macron look on the international stage?
Like a dictator, I think. I've seen that the Financial Times said that France was the most developed country. No, the developed country looking the most to a dictator. I don't know the word dictatorship. So it's quite right. This is not normal that you can't see. You can't just sit here. You have the police that is coming, and just saying to the people, you have to leave. This is not normal. We should be able to protest. And you know, during the French Revolution, for the first republic we made, we had a constitution that allowed the right to make a revolution, which was a really nice constitution. So it was said when the government is against the people and oppressing the people, you have the right to the insurrection. That was in the constitution. Okay, so we are people who knew like 5 or 6 revolutions, and Macron should know it. So we won't stop. I think we won't stop until he stops with his project.
Thank you very much.